Hello Year 5, this is your big maths lesson for Wednesday the 13th of January. You will need your maths books because we're practicing our CLIC skills again today. And you need to write the title Big Maths and today's date in your book. So for our CLIC skills today, we're starting off with counting. So we're looking at Squiggleworth this week. So just like yesterday, we are thinking, what is each squiggle worth? So here's my number. It's a 6-digit number. I wonder if you can say it out loud or maybe say it in your head first of all. So that number says 702,328. What I would like you to do is to partition this number. So think about what each of these squiggles, these digits, are representing in this number, because I know that this 3 doesn't actually represent 3 as in 3 ones. It represents something else. So write the number out in your book. Remember, 1 digit per square. Try to use a ruler to draw your lines and tell me what each part of that number is worth. Pause the video and press play once you've done that. Okay, so we're going to check that. So if you want to swap pens, you can do, and tick anything that's correct and make any corrections you need to. So my 8 in this number represents 8 ones. The 2 in this number is in the tens column, so it represents 20. The 3 represents 300. The 2 is in the thousands column, so it represents 2,000. I haven't drawn a line to say what this 0 represents because I know it represents 0 no matter what column it's in. It's 0 10,000s. And my 7 represents 700,000 because it's in the hundred thousands column. Our Learnits facts that we are practicing this week are all adding 4. So these are the same 3 Learnits facts that I spoke to you about in yesterday's big maths lesson. I've just put them in a different order. So remember your challenges by the end of this week to try and learn those, get them embedded into your brain so that as soon as somebody says to you 8 add 4, you know straight away what the answer is. So see how quickly you can write down the answers to those 3 addition facts for me. Pause your video and press play once you're done. So 8 add 4 equals 12, 7 add 4 equals 11, 9 add 4 equals 13. You might have some tips for remembering those facts really quickly, or somebody else in your household might do. And remember, you could jot them down, put them somewhere where you're going to see them all the time to remind yourself to practice those as well as your times tables this week. Okay, our It's Nothing New skill this week is coin multiplication. And yesterday we went through a coin card together. So remember, it's called coin multiplication because I've got my denominations of my coins here. And we're using it to multiply the number 45 today. And we're doing that mentally using our times table skills and using this coin card strategy to help us. So the first thing that I want you to do is to set out your coin card. So I'd like you to draw the lines with a ruler. I'd like you to write multiply by 45 at the top. And I'd like you to write out 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50 and 100. Don't start calculating yet because we'll talk about the steps together. Press pause and do that now, and then press play again once you're ready. So yesterday we talked about the best sort of order to calculate in using our coin card. So my suggestion to you would be to do 1 times 45 first, as well as 10 times, 100 times and 2 times. That's going to be my challenge to you. So pause the video and have a go at 1 times 45, 2 times 45, which is just double 45, 10 times 45 and 100 times 45. Press play once you've done those 4. Okay, we will check those then. So 1 times 45 is of course 45. 2 times 45, we double that. Double 40 is 80 and double 5 is 10. Put 80 and 10 together, we have got 90. So 2 times 45 is 90. 10 times 45 is 450 and 100 times 45 is 4,500. The next steps I would like you to take are, I would like you to think about 5 times 45. You can use 10 times to help you and divide it by 2. So half of 450 will give you the answer to 5 times 45. I'd also like you to think about 20 times 45 by looking at what 2 times 45 is. I'm making it 10 times bigger. And I'd like you to have a go at 50 times 45 using your answer to 5 times 45 and making that 10 times bigger. So start here with 5 times, and then you can have a go at 20 times and 50 times using your answers to these. Pause the video, have a go and press play when you're ready to check. Okay, let's check our answers to those parts. So 5 times 45 was the part I asked you to do next, by halving 450, which is 10 lots of 45. Half of 400 is 200 and half of 50 is 25. So 5 times 45 is 225. I can then use this fact to help me with 50 times 45 because I can make it 10 times bigger. So 50 times 45 is 2,250. And then I can do the same thing with 20 times, looking at 2 times 45 equals 90 and making it 10 times bigger, multiplying it by 10. So 20 times 45 is 900. Check your coin card and check that you have got the same answers as me. Okay, so the question that I'm thinking about using my coin card today is, can I now use the coin card to work out what 45 multiplied by 51 is? Have a think about that and what strategy you might use. Which facts on your coin card might you use to find out 45 times 51? Okay, I personally would use 50 times 45 and 1 times 45, and I would add them together to find out what 51 times 45 is. Have a go at that in your book by writing out the calculation and your answer. Press play when you're ready to check. Okay, 45 multiplied by 51 equals 2,295. Check your answer to that and see if you got the same as me. And our last CLIC skill today is our calculation skill, which is all to do with adding decimals this week. So it's the same skill as yesterday, but with different numbers. So today I am adding 0.8 and 0.4. There's a question at the bottom there that says, is the answer 0.12? Why not? So that why not suggests it's probably not 0.12, but why not? Why might some people think it was 0.12, but it actually isn't? Pause the video and have a think about that, and think about how you might explain that to me if you were in the classroom with me. You might want to write down your explanation if you'd prefer. Press play again once you've had a think. Okay, so I've got 0.8 and 0.4. These digits are both in the tenths column. So 8 tenths and 4 tenths equals 12 tenths. So I can understand why somebody might think my answer is 0.12. However, in this answer, I've only got 1 tenth and I've got 2 hundredths. I know that 8 tenths and 4 tenths equals 12 tenths. And 10 of those tenths would be the same as 1 whole. So I really need to think about putting something in my ones column, and then whatever tenths are left over can go in my tenths column. Have a go at this calculation in your book. Write it out and write what you think the answer would be, what the total of these two numbers would be. And we know it isn't 0.12. Play the video again once you want to check your answer. So 0.8 add 0.4 equals 1.2. Check your answer and see how confident you are with these CLIC skills today. Remember, if there is anything that you would like any of us to explain to you further that you haven't understood about your big maths today, feel free to upload what you have done and write a question as the caption so that we can get back to you and help to explain it to you. I hope you have a brilliant day, Year 5. Well done for working so hard, and I will see you on screen again soon.